No, don't be fooled. Once again, I have another loot crate, and I'm gonna give... You're never gonna guess. I've got another loot crate, and it's time for another honest review. Hello there, Greg-ghouls, and welcome back to my YouTube channel with me, TheGregWhoLived. Wherever you are, I hope you're sitting comfortably because we are in for a whirlwind of a video. Before we begin, don't forget, if you haven't already, give me a big subscribe and you can check out more of my Harry Potter videos every week, and give this video a big thumbs up and comment below what some of your favourite items, or in this case, least favourite items were. As you may have seen from the beginning of this video and also the title, I've been sent another loot crate, which means I need to do another very honest unboxing. Now, I do have to give a little bit of context to what happened after the previous videos, how I got my hands on this one, and moving forward, if I'm going to get any more. So for those of you that haven't seen the videos, I was a big fan of Lootcrate when they first started. I got quite a few of them, and then the boxes went very much downhill. The things that you got in them were pretty much trash, they were not great quality, really badly designed, and it was quite disappointing when you saw some of the things which were in the very original boxes, which I thought were fantastic. There are a lot of other boxes out there, lots of different Harry Potter and fantasy subscriptions, so I think Lootcrate started to run out of ideas. So I decided to be very honest with my unboxings, which you all seem to absolutely love, and the reviews were not great. I didn't think the boxes were worth the money. I thought the items were poor, they lacked creativity. A lot of the time, they were just useless. They were things you'd never even want, so why would you pay lots of money for them? And so I did some really bad reviews. I then got an email about a month and a half ago from the online PR person at Lootcrate, who invited me to be part of their sort of PR program. So I was to be sent a box and review it and then just put it on all my social channels. And as well with that, I have to say that I do have a voucher code, so if you do love this box, then why not subscribe? This is a gifted box. I didn't pay any money for it, so I can tell you that personally I wouldn't subscribe, but that's completely up to you. You can use my voucher code if you really want to. So I got this email and I drafted a really polite response back, and I basically stated how much I loved Lootcrate at the beginning, how they'd gone downhill. I also offered to help them curate some of their future boxes in terms of just idea generation, or to give my opinion or review, because I hear a lot of opinions from the Harry Potter community, from all you that are watching. You normally give me really good feedback in the comments, and I thought maybe I could feed that back to them, try and help them curate some really interesting boxes. However, they did not respond to that part of the email, and instead they just sent me a box. So I guess it's just going to be another unboxing. I'm not sponsored for this video, so all the opinions are definitely going to be my own. I can only hope that the boxes get better. I haven't seen what's in this one, so it could possibly not get better, but there is only one way that we're going to find out. As I always say, this is gifted, if you can call it a gift, but we shall see what's inside and whether it really is worth the price tag. I'm keeping my fingers crossed and I'm staying positive that the magical creature pins they've stopped doing, so I imagine they have a new series, and Borgin and Burkes, which is the theme of this one, seems very interesting. Maybe some dark themed items, not entirely sure. It's only fair that we take a look and I give you that very honest opinion, which so many of you really love. Let's begin by opening the sticker, which isn't the most interesting. I suppose it's got the font of Borgin and Burkes, the shop logo. I'm not sure if that's the official one that's from the film, but I suppose it kind of says what's going to be inside. So let's peel the sticker and have a look. One thing, before we do take a look inside, I know that some feedback that people had was they didn't like me reading out what is actually inside once I open it. So with this box, I'm going to just try and decide what the items are and what they do, and then I will confirm that with the descriptions of the items at the end. So fingers crossed they are what I think they are, but here we go. First impressions. Okay, so I'm guessing this design is going to be like the vanishing cabinet from Half-Blood Prince. We've got a few different things inside. It looks quite packed, so let's have a look. Product number one is this blue, I'm guessing it's a t-shirt. Let's have a look. Okay, quite pleasantly surprised. It is this advanced potion making t-shirt, which is long sleeved, which I quite like, and it actually does have stuff on just the one arm that says the Half-Blood Prince. That looks like it's from the font, which is actually from the film, and I think the graphics is very similar to the actual prop by Mina Lima, so it's probably lifted straight from there. And I'm gonna say it, I actually really love this. And this is something that I would actually buy separately if I saw it at the Wizarding World or at the Warner Brothers Studio Tour. This is definitely something that I would go for. I really like the colour. It's very bold, very punchy, that blue. Blue, one of my favourite colours, so they've done a good job. Print quality is not too bad looking at it up close. I think it's probably just screen printed, which isn't always the best. But it looks to be as if it would be quite hard wearing, and it has worked in their favour this time because it's meant to look like the potion book, which is a bit used and abused. If there are little bits missing, it kind of works with the overall aesthetic. I really do like the colour, and it's long sleeves but comes with these slightly elasticated cuffs as well, which I find really comfortable. It is in a size medium, which seems to be to American sizing, so if you're in the UK, it might come up a tiny bit too large. For me, I don't mind these coming up too large because they're a bit baggy and they're quite comfortable. I did, I think, order one thing in a small and it was just too small. So because of the difference between American sizes and UK sizes, you kind of have to go with slightly baggy or slightly too small. It's, you know, slightly annoying, but it is what it is. So I think for item number one, this is definitely going in the good books, and so far is kicking off what is a pretty promising box. The one thing I will say is I'm not really sure how this relates to Borgin and Burke's, not sure what the overall theme is just yet, but hopefully it becomes clearer as we go on. Item number two, and we're going to look at this package. Again, they've still got an issue with their packaging. It might be because they get different things from different suppliers, but I just don't think there is any need to put that in a packet. You know, it's quite squishy, whatever it is. It would probably do fine by itself. But let's take it out of the packaging anyway. Okay, and it started off so well. What we have here is a Death Eater practice dummy, and that's not me cheating, it literally says it on it. What am I going to do with that? What am I going to do with that? I don't really know. It's very misshapen. It's not well made at all. It's got really bad stitching. And you can see where it's sort of puckered a bit when they've tried to stitch it together. The fabric is just digital printed. It's really cheap fabric. This probably cost them about $1 to make. The stuffing inside has all come to bits. It started off so well, but I think this is absolute trash. I said it, there we go. I actually really love the design of this, but A, what is the use of it? B, the production of it is really, really cheap, and I just think the execution is lazy. I honestly don't know what I'd do with this. I'd probably give it to my dog to chew, because that's not going on my shelf. That's not interesting enough, doesn't offer anything. Yeah, we'll get rid of that. Right, on to product number 3. And this one is very simple. It's a key ring, but it looks quite nice. It's got the Hogwarts crest on it. Nothing I'd say, ooh, you know, that's really new, very innovative. Probably something I've seen, you know, a dozen times, but maybe they put a new spin on it. Who knows? But let's take a look. Again, a ton of plastic, which you don't need. It's a key ring. Here it is. Here is the key ring. I'm going to take the little bands off at the back. Aha! Okay, I've just realised why this is unique, and it is a very good little thing they've done. So I thought it was just a simple key ring. However, when you flip it, it does have Dumbledore's army on the back. That is a nice little feature. And the outlines of the characters are pretty good. It's also got the Dumbledore's army logo. It's got Dumbledore's army going around the edge. So that is actually quite a nice little touch. I don't know if they're trying to replicate the look of the Dumbledore's army coins from the book Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix that Hermione makes, but it's not a bad product. The finish is this sort of antique brass effect, which might not be everyone's cup of tea. Mine does have a few chips running around the outside, which is not great because that would be to do with the plating. It's also missing some of the paint at the top, which shows you that it is just a quick sprayed, quite cheap metal. It's hugely mass produced, so it's really not a particularly good quality item. I think the idea is really cool. I just think the execution, once again, is quite lazy. Would I go out of my way to buy this? I probably wouldn't, but I would say, you know, it's an okay thing. Probably on the better side than the worst side. Product number 4, we've got a bag. Oh, it's got some weird instructions on it. Oh, okay, it's not a bag at all. I can see lots of packaging, but I can also see that this is called a house neck warmer. Okay, I take it back, I might need the instructions, which are on the packet, so I'm gonna get this back. So to be fair to them, they printed the instructions actually on the bag, which is good because there's no paper. So, not too bad, but let's see. Oh my gosh. Oh no, this is not good. One of the things that you learn about sewing quite early on is if you are making something professional, you need to use an overlocker, which basically makes everything neat. What is that? I don't even know if you'll see it. This is like a ripped edge. They've literally just cut it as roughly as you can. We've got a tiny little Dumbledore's army logo here, and we've got a tiny raven, which some of you won't be happy about, just here. You can get these off Amazon for about 25p, something ridiculous. Who wants this? I don't understand. They're so cheap. It's not even 2 bits of fabric, it's 1 bit they've dyed, and the dye is obviously so thick that it has made this sort of clogged up, claggy layer, which is the blue. Oh god, no, not good. But let's try out the many different ways of wearing it. As a neck chief, as a headband. There's something called a bund chicken. I don't know what that is, but it's literally a headband but lower down. So, bund chicken, whatever that means. But this is a waistband. I think that's meant to be wristband. Apparently this is a foulard. I don't know what that is. You can wear it as an Alice band, a balaclava, a scarf, hairband. I don't think I'm pronouncing this right or I've won it right, but I think it's called a Saharian, which I'm probably offending a lot of people by wearing it like this, so we're just going to move on from this one. Apparently this is me as a pirate. This is me using it as a mask. And then last of all, this is possibly going to be my favourite one. Oh, is that it? This is meant to be a cap, if you can believe that or not. I think after concluding and watching all of them, we can tell that this is a piece of rubbish. This doesn't do half the things it's meant to. It's not the right elasticity to hold its shape that well. It just about stretches. Honestly, what? I have no idea what they were thinking. Why didn't they just capitalize on what's happening in the world and design some really different or unique or color changing masks or customizable masks? I don't know, something that people can actually use. All right, I guess, you know, this is apparently functional. I'm not going to use this as a mask. I'm not going to use it as a scarf. I'm not going to use it as half the things it's meant to be. I guess it's all right as a bit of a mask, but the fabric's so thin you can probably just cough corona through it, so it's just a bit useless really. And also, I've only just smelt it. It smells really weird. So I think this is probably going to go with the Dumbledore's Army dummy. Item number 5. I believe this is going to be one of their pins. Let's take a look. More packaging. Da, 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 da. Is it any good? Do you like it? Oh. It's very cartoony, odd. It also has a massive scratch on the front, which isn't fantastic and shows that even though they've got this packaging, which is meant to help, it does not help. The inside is completely all scratched as well, so if you did want to keep this as a collector's item, you probably can't. Really don't get it. Why have they done that? It's just very odd. No, not a fan of these magical places. I think the best bit about this whole item is this pretty bit of embellishing, which just says magical places, Borgin and Burkes. I guess this is why the whole thing is a Borgin and Burkes box. I do not understand what's happening with their theming. I can safely say I've made my very own pin badges now. I've had a fantastic manufacturer in China who gives me a really good price. Bearing in mind I don't have that many large quantities that I'm producing, so these guys are going to have a huge number more, and that is just not the quality that you expect from these boxes. Initial boxes, the Horcrux set, fantastic. They're some of the most sought after badges because they were really great, innovative, different, really fantastic. What is this? It's disappointing that a company that has that much creative resources to it can afford to make good products just send something like this, lackluster, and thinks that people are just going to lap it up, love it, and want to get more. No, I think this is absolutely trash as well. And anything save this box, and it is this item just here. So we're going to open this up. More packaging. Oh, that smells really plasticky. Oh god. Oh god. Okay, I have seen this item because I actually messaged my friend Hannah about it because I thought it was so bad. This is a game of chess. It comes, which, you know, is quite a okay looking travel kit. It's a board here, which is magnetic. These are the counters. These bendy things are the counters. And not only that, 3 of the pieces are chibi versions. Why? Why do we want chibis? Why have you put chibis on there? Why do you have to have chibis in every box? This is something that I'd probably get out of a kids magazine when I was about 4 as like a special free gift. Not something I want to be paying £40 for. Again, this is absolute trash. How they think that people can spend money on good quality items, which they think they're getting, and end up with this. I wouldn't even try and flog this on eBay. This is absolutely awful. Actually, makes me quite angry that these companies just think they can churn out whatever they want. This is flimsy, cheap, nasty, plastic. Probably doesn't even function. Let's try it, who knows. Characters out yourself, which end up with little bits still attached. And does it even stick? At this point, Oh look, it does. How great does that look? Not even that strong. I literally don't know what to say. You can tell probably that this will also be going in the bin pile. Weirdly, there is even one more item in this box, which is this tiny little small package. So hopefully it's something good. I haven't seen it, but let's take a look. Rowena Ravenclaw diadem key cover. I'll give it to them, it's very functional. I think the design of it is quite nice. The actual detail on the front is pretty good. But once again, this is essentially a giant lump of plastic. So you've spent a lot of money getting something really interesting, and instead you've got a key cover that's made out of plastic. Do I want to pay money for that? No. So why do they think they can charge money for this? And an extortionate price as well. And so let's actually discover what the theme of this box was and read the proper descriptions of the products. Room of requirement. Why have I got room of requirement? Oh, okay. What? No, okay, right, I'm very confused how this has got anything to do with the room of requirement. While wandering the halls of Hogwarts, you might discover a place that appears when you need it most. Find what you're seeking in the room of requirement. So I guess these all have a slight tangible link to the room of requirement somehow. Okay. Dumbledore's Army Hogwarts House Neck Warmer. Show off your house pride in this fashionable DA neck warmer. Well, I'd say it's not fashionable, and I don't think you're really showing much off apart from yourself and getting rid of your dignity. Number 2. Hard Blood Prince long sleeve shirt. Best thing in the box. The only thing I would actually spend money on. And I think the most interesting thing they've done in a long time. 3. The Death Eater dummy pillow. Oh, that's meant to be a pillow. This is meant to be a pillow. Who's putting their head on that? Not even a baby's head's going to fit on that. A pillow to practice your spells or lie down for a spell. No. Also notice how on the picture it's got shoulders and it looks like this. Is that the same? No, it's not. Travel Wizard's Chess. Participate in the time-honoured pastime of Wizard's Chess with this on-the-go set. Does that have anything to do with the room of requirement? No. So how does that fit your link? It doesn't. It's exactly what I thought. They just come up with products and just try and shove them and shoehorn them into any box that they can. 5. Dumbledore's Army Spinner Coin Keyring. Always remember your next DA meeting with this bewitching coin. It's quite hefty, probably quite heavy duty. However, mine is scratched and the paintwork isn't brilliant. Rowena Ravenclaw's diadem key cover. Unlock this Horcrux for the pursuit of knowledge with this handy key cover. This key cover, which is probably something I could buy in Poundland. Finally, the Borgin & Burke's pin. Take a trip to Nocturne Alley with the next pin in our Magical Places continuity series. Do I want to take a visit here? No. I would also say that I really like the box, but to be honest, there's not really much happening there either, is there? So what can I say? The box, I would probably give a 2 out of 10. The only thing saving it is the t-shirt. I know this has been a PR freebie, but I'd quite happily send it back to them. I don't think any of it's that great apart from the t-shirt. I would buy that separately, and I really did think when I first started looking at this box that there would be quite promising going from the t-shirt. I've given them many chances to change my opinion, to make me think that they really do produce good products. I have offered to help them, given my sort of knowledge of Potter products and being sent a lot to review. From all the feedback that you guys have given me, I've offered that to them and they still haven't taken it. So all they've really decided to do is offer me a voucher code that you can use, which if you don't, I will not be offended, and given me this sort of affiliate program where if you do buy boxes, I get money for it. However, I wouldn't tell you to get the boxes because they're awful, so I'm quite happy to not make any money from it. Lootcrate are just a corporation churning out rubbish now to make money. This is me saying it quite firmly. Unless they decide to send me another box and it's the best box in the world, I might change my mind. However, at the minute, it's just absolute rubbish. I would not recommend them at all. I would save your money for something quite special, and they're just not a great company, in my opinion. I know that a lot of other companies are doing much better boxes, different types of boxes, more interesting products, and for me, this just absolutely sucks. I think they're just pinching people's money, they're awful people to work with, they're not creating interesting products for anyone to like. I think it's quite rich in the paperwork. They try and trick you by saying, oh look, these are all items created exclusively for this crate. Well, no wonder why. It's because no one else wants them. And actually, a lot of the items from the original boxes, which also had this little star that said this is exclusive to this box, they've actually now sold to Geek Gear, who put them in their boxes. So we know that that's also a lie. So I think this pretty much sums up that whole video. And please do not buy from them. Save your money, spend it on something, anything else will be better than this. And I hope you have really enjoyed this very fun unboxing for me and really enjoyed me giving you what you love best, my very honest opinion. If you enjoyed that video, don't forget to subscribe, which you can do at the bottom, just there. Some of my other Loot Crate unboxings up here, or lots more of just my general unboxings up here. Until next time, don't buy any Loot Crates, stay safe, stay magical, and don't let the muggles get you down. Bye.